Hey everybody, it's Tariq Bokhari. I'm running for Charlotte City Council District 6, and I've gotten all your questions. I kind of narrowed them down a little bit to ones that are more relevant to City Council, but there's still a lot here, and it's a hard 5-minute deadline. So we're going to go lightning round to try to address as many of them as possible. So here we go. As the growth of Charlotte continues, what do you believe is the most needed city improvement? I really believe it's roads and infrastructure, with public safety obviously being the other major element there. How would you have managed the chaos of the 2016 city riots, and how can we prevent them in the future? To me, I talk about this one all the time. It's pre-planned crisis management. This is a profession in the private sector. It's not something you wing, and we can't control all these external elements and factors that create incidents and events and protests, but we can create and plan for how we're going to respond to them. How would you address the impact newly built apartments will have on our city as it relates to infrastructure? I'm going to make sure that adequate data analysis and investment are put into the infrastructure to match that level of growth. I love the growth, and everyone hates traffic, but we have to make sure we do our part to make sure that that investment follows infrastructure, follows the investment in the growth that's happening. What is something you think the city needs that would not be popular for you to get elected? For me, it's not supporting expensive, nice to haves like soccer. I know a lot of people like soccer and want it to be here. $30 million for that, when you look at the other priorities, I think that might be a little unpopular with groups, but this is the kind of public servant that I want to be, one that looks at local priorities that we have. What are your top things you would do in your first few months of your term? I'm coming up with a plan right now, a little more specific, but one thing that's come to the immediate top of the list is putting a focus on connecting with neighborhood groups and really focusing on a proactive form of constituent services. Not just the big sexy items like how do we get Amazon here, but where are the leaky fire hydrants? Where are the potholes that haven't been repaired, or the lights that are having timing issues? So that's where I'm going to be focusing in the very, very beginning. How are you different than your running mates? I have a really deep technical background and experience also in governing large-scale, multinational companies with many departments and large budgets. I think that will come into play in a very helpful way when looking at a $2.4 billion budget and thousands of employees. Well, one of Montclaire's residents' top concerns is crime. What would you do to support CMPD to help improve our increased crime stats as a city? This is my number one kind of platform and campaign issue. And I gained the Fraternal Order of Police endorsement for my 5-point plan for public safety. I'd love to talk to you about that offline, but one of the major first points is our officers are paid on average $8,000 less than the national officer pay average, and we want to be above average in this space, so that's really important. All right, even faster now. In one short answer, what's the most important topic facing our city? Local priorities above all else. Where did you grow up, and how far away do you live from Montclaire now? I grew up in Virginia. I'm about 5 minutes away from Montclaire. I live right about here, as you can see very clearly and plainly. Before politics, what did you do for a living? Banking and technology, and it's funny because I did that before, during, and after. I don't do politics as a career. It's a way to give back. What website do you visit most often? carolinafintechhub.org. Check it out if you haven't. Name the top amenity the city of Charlotte has to offer. Mountain bike trails, like Backyard Trail, close to you guys. Awesome. Where do you vacation the most and why? Myrtle, Charleston, the mountains, probably my wife would say, because I'm cheap and I work too much. What do you enjoy doing in your free time? Music, mountain biking, family time, reading, just having fun. Wow, I did that with 30 seconds to spare. So I really appreciate the time. Look forward to getting to know everyone and being very accessible. Again, you guys have a great association there. I could tell that the last time I visited, and I really look forward to getting to know you. Tariq Bokhari, City Council District 6, and I'm going to give you guys back about 9 seconds. Thanks. Bye.